I started a little bit of shit on Twitter once again. And this time it was funny because I didn't even mean to, like, start a massive amount of shit. But then conservatives ended up getting so fucking triggered. It was actually hysterical. So I made this tweet. People be grilling shit like this going, can't believe Fauci contributed to animal suffering. And of course, the joke here is about the hypocrisy, especially when it comes to conservatives who are very much like, I'm gonna eat as much beef as I want, goddammit. Where it's like, in order for you and all of America to mass consume steak, animal suffering happens every single day. Of course, people are like, it's not the exact one-to-one direct comparison. No shit, it's a meme. Hunter's a lost cause because cows are bred for meat consumption and milk, but pets like dogs aren't. You realize this bred for meat consumption and milk thing is animal suffering, right? So breeding a cow for milk literally means impregnating it, then taking away its baby, killing the baby, and then doing it all over again until the cow's dead. Thirdly, it was literally so fucking hilarious because it's the biggest virtue signal ever. Conservatives are up here, first of all, acting as if I'm saying this to defend Fauci or something. I'm not defending Fauci. If he was involved in animal torture, that would be fucking bad. I'm a vegan because I don't want animals to be tortured. But it's like conservatives up here, such a brave take. Puppy murder bad. Holy shit. What? What's next? Don't tell me you're gonna cross the line and say human murder is also bad. You're so brave, conservatives. Puppy murder bad. Yeah. Great observation, buddy. But at the end of the day, this was like a meme, really meant to just clown on the hypocrisy. You can see here it got 365 quote tweets, and it has like well over 1,000 responses to it also. People were mad as shit. They were acting as if I was, doing this to like defend Fauci or something, when it was like, no, it's just actually really funny how hypocritical these conservatives are, especially because they all act as if like, oh, well, all of my steak is free range, homegrown, blah, blah. I don't give a shit. But for the vast majority of Americans, and in order for the vast majority of Americans to consume meat at such a massive level, animal suffering is involved in that. Even more so, it actually looks like who would have thunk that the conservative narrative was like mainly based on just half-truths. Did Fauci spend taxpayer dollars on cruel and unnecessary test vaccine on beagles? The claim is under the direction of Dr. Anthony Fauci, the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases Division of the National Institutes of Health approved the use of taxpayer dollars to fund cruel and unnecessary testing of an experimental vaccine on beagles. So it is true that funds were issued by the National Institute of Health in the amount of $424,000 for research conducted at the University of Georgia to test the efficacy of a potential vaccine for this thing with parasites on beagle subjects. However, it is unclear whether Dr. Fauci personally approved the project. So it's like Fauci might be loosely tied to it since he's like the head of directions at the NIH and everything else, but it wasn't like Fauci was like, let us now begin to rip the faces of the puppies off. Why? Because I'm Dr. Fauci, and that's what I do. And then also, you can scroll through here. There was nothing at all to do with fleas eating the faces of dogs off or something. That was a complete lie. It was not even mentioned in the actual report at all. Unless it was like blurred out somewhere, it was not mentioned at all. My guess is it's just a rumor because the disease was about parasites. They did test vaccines on beagles. Unfortunate, I wish there was another way, but it's important that medication is tested on animals before humans, unfortunately. How else are we going to test medication? It's kind of a necessary evil. NIAID, of which Fauci is the director, is funded in large part through annual funds allocated by Congress and the president, though direct projects may be signed off on by various leaders within NIH. However, there's no evidence that the grant was personally approved by Fauci, and there's no mention of him in the documentation. So basically, all that they showed was that the dogs had pain response when they were receiving the shot. But then they said, without one incident, with one important exception. That exception was 4 dogs in the so-named Blue group reported as having vocalized in pain upon administration. So that's probably where the conservatives are getting this, like, puppy torture thing. After physical examination 5 days later, the 4 dogs were observed as being bright, alert, and responsive. So this was actually just like a standard test that was done. The worst thing is that the animals are going to be euthanized after the test. That's fucked up. But unfortunately, it's because the disease that they're doing tests with and everything else is contagious, and it doesn't have any cure. The NIH contends that all research involving animals is overseen by the agency's Office of Laboratory Welfare to ensure it's conducted ethically. All animals used in NIH-funded research are protected by laws, regulations, and policies that ensure the smallest number of subjects and the greatest commitment to their welfare. Furthermore, no evidence was put forward showing that the dogs were subject to biting, let alone bitten to death. If any such information was included in the document, it has since been redacted. Under federal rules, a vaccine must be tested in 2 animal species before it can be cleared for human clinical trials. So the funding for the fiscal year 2021 was awarded $5.4 billion by then U.S. President Donald Trump. So Trump was the one who began the funding in this case. Now Biden wants to give an increase in funding, but it's just, again, let's look at this. Conservatives are super mad, and they're really excited to talk about how bad puppy murder is, because they're very moral, you see. Turns out that actually, if you're gonna look at this as Fauci, like, being culpable in this, Trump is actually significantly more culpable, considering he's the one that actually funded these projects. Fauci was just the head of research. There's not even any information that he was involved in this particular experiment. He's just the head of this overall massive conglomeration. Cows are edible. You can't compare them to dogs. I would assume you're kidding, right? Like, they're... Oh, God, I pray to God you're kidding, actually. Holy shit. You realize that cows have a higher level of sentience than dogs, right? Dogs and cows are of roughly the... Okay, sorry, so I may have overspoke there, but they're of roughly the same intelligence. They both form bonds with other humans and animals and can remember them, and they can both be trained to perform certain actions for reward. The difference in how they are perceived results mostly from the fact that a lot of people keep dogs as pets and interact with them on a daily basis, while cows play a much smaller role in most people's lives. So... Again, this is why I'm laughing at you, Batnatter, because the things you say are very dumb to the point of making me actually want to break down in tears. Dogs and cows are of, like, very similar intelligence levels. No, that's not all animals, you idiot. Cows are known to have quite complex social interactions. Not only do they form friendships and cliques, but a herd of cows also works according to a multifaceted social hierarchy. Cows that are newly introduced to the herd have to network and get to know various members before being fully accepted. They are also known to remember things like faces or directions for a long time. A study from the University of Cambridge has found that cows even enjoy learning. Batnatter, get in the chat. I'm calling you.
And thank you for having me on again. What's up?
Yeah, sure. I'm only having you on because you're literally infuriating me with what you're saying.
No worries.
In chat. Because it is so stupid. So... Why are you saying, but dogs are more different than cows? No, they're not. So dogs and cows actually have very similar intelligence levels.
That's true.
So would you have a problem if we were mass slaughtering dogs?
You started your conversation about eating steak, and you equated eating a steak to killing the dogs. And I'm just telling you that when you kill a cow and you get steak from it, it's not like when you test a dog and you just leave it to die. You don't even get a piece of steak from the dog.
That's not what they did. They got something better from using that dog in that case, which was testing a medication, making sure that they're healthy and happy while they're alive, and then they euthanize them when it's over.
All right, this is great. Then we can talk about this. Is dogs the best animals to be trying medical tests and medical drug procedures?
I don't know. This is irrelevant because I'm talking to you about the dumb thing that you said in my chat, which was, but cows and dogs are different, so it's okay when we kill cows in mass, but it's not okay when we do things on dogs in a much smaller scale. cows are just as intelligent as dogs, and yet we slaughter them on in mass. We literally torture them as far as the dairy industry goes, both emotionally and physically. Donald Trump even removed regulations that literally caused cows to start getting their legs chopped off while still alive on the belt before being shot. So don't come up here and tell me, well, cows and dogs are different just because you like dogs and you've never met a cow.
Hunter, do you agree that capitalism is prone to hurting animals, and they do that because the incentives to make money is not to take care of these animals?
I'm not going to move on from anything. I'm not going to even answer your questions until you answer mine. So you said that cows and dogs are different. Can you now please concede that cows are actually just as intelligent as dogs?
In a capitalist society where they're trying to make the most profit, of course they're not going to treat the cows in a good way. My argument is cows have been created to be eaten. They can live a good life.
What do you mean have they been? Wait. What do you mean they've been created to be eaten? Are you saying God made them this way?
Eat green. Okay, yeah. Look, listen. You won't even let me talk. This is the same thing that last time. You won't even let me talk.
I have to ask I have to ask you to clarify because everything you're saying is so dumb. How are they created to be eaten? Please explain.
Okay, let me finish it. So my understanding is humans, they need animals, they need meat and they need grass. They can't just survive on one without the other. And if they do, they're going to be lacking in some kind of nutritional way. They're going to lose.
This is a lie, but okay.
No. Okay,
yes, it
man,
is.
you want to talk like this? I mean, what do you mean? Okay, now we have to discuss this really. You really don't believe anybody can survive? I mean, you really believe you can survive on grass and like
we didn't say we're eating grass. There's plenty of proteins and nutrients that you can consume that doesn't involve actually torturing animals. So it's really funny that you're actually the guy from my on Twitter mad because you're mad at Fauci because you are so noble with thinking that puppy murder's bad, but you're now telling me that it's just fine that we're murdering cows in mass.
So let me tell you this, man. Cows are meant to be eaten because
says who? What do you mean they're meant to be eaten? They're really intelligent. Maybe they're meant to be smart and kept alive and kept around for other reasons.
That's true. That's true. They're very intelligent. My thing is, it's okay to kill cows and eat them. It's not okay to do it the capitalistic way, where you mass murder them and you feed them to the hungry whoever, and you literally toss a whole cow in the grinder. That's not the way you're supposed to do it. Okay, there's a humane way to do this, and I can send you some links.
And it's inhumane. So why are you saying it's okay that they're doing it with the cows, but bad when they're doing it with the dogs?
Capitalism ruined the cow industry, man. The cow
get
industry
off the capitalism point. Anytime there's any kind of consumption, it's going to have to be created in mass, of course. But no, stop. You came on here and you said that the cows and the dogs are different and the cows are meant to be eaten. That's not true.
Cows clean their body, they clean their system. It's been proven that their digestive system works much faster than any other animal. They literally clean all the stuff that they eat out, and all they eat is only grass. They don't eat nasty stuff like dogs. They literally eat everything.
What does this have to do with anything? Oh god, okay, so anything that eats grass you can eat then? I'm pretty sure I've seen my dog eat grass before. Can I cook him up?
Okay, they're literally created to be eaten. This is
says who? Are you saying God made them? God?
Yeah. Okay, so let me explain to you one thing, man. So as a human being, I cannot function normally without eating meat. So if you're gonna tell me, okay, go ahead, go look for the meat. Okay, I have certain criteria to the meat I will eat. I don't eat anything that doesn't eat green.
I don't give a shit about anything you're saying right now.
Okay. This is what you have to understand, man. I'm a human being that needs meat to survive. If you won't even let me
great.
Eat meat,
go ahead and eat meat. I'm not telling you to stop. I'm just telling you that what you said was really stupid, and you're still not responding. How are dogs how are cows created to be eaten?
Because they are literally okay, so
did God make them this way? What do you mean? Can you explain this to me?
They have the characteristics I look for in an animal that I can eat. They don't eat other animals. They only eat grass. They have a very clean body. They stay clean. And they are easily mass-produced. They mass-produce like crazy. I mean, you can
So that means they're meant to be eaten? Are we supposed to be eating mice? Because they can clean themselves and they mass-produce pretty quick.
So if you want to sit here and eat mice all day, I think you're that's pretty disgusting, and I think anybody in your
Why?
chat would agree. See,
Why?
this is the difference
But
between a
why?
cow, a dog, and a mouse. Because cow actually has a reputation, has a little bit of stature to stand upon. When you tell me you're eating a dog, I mean that I'm almost gonna puke. So there's already
So
a
you realize they already
natural.
eat dogs in other countries, right? Where it's socially acceptable. There's nothing weird at all about eating dogs because eating animals is virtually kind of the same across the board.
You're not gonna tell me the dog's meat is the same quality as the cow's meat. Can you say? Can you actually
Did
argue
I
that?
say that at one point? You're the one that said it was you're the one that said it was bad to kill
People eat
dogs,
meat
but
that doesn't
just fine to murder cows in mass. And so
People
far,
eat dogs
all you've said is,
that
well, cows are supposed to be eaten because they eat plants? Are we gonna just start eating all herbivores? I mean, what the fuck are you on about, dude? They're not created to be eaten. They're incredibly intelligent. They're just as intelligent, if not more so, than dogs. So why are you fine killing one, but up in arms with your panties in the wad about the other?
Hunter, man, I'm giving you. I mean, when you sit here and talk to one of your viewers and he's telling you I have criteria to the meat I eat, you don't even think to yourself, "Whoa, this guy is actually an intellectual." You don't even think
Because you're
like,
not
"Oh,
intellectual.
maybe
Because every time you keep saying things, and then I ask you a question to clarify, and then you just say something else.
why don't how does this not amaze you that I have a criteria to the meat I eat? How does that not amaze you? Like, do you understand
Because
that
I
I
don't
don't
care.
eat any meat?
I don't
This is
care.
you.
I didn't
You are
ask. I asked
people.
why it's okay
You're
to kill a
eating
dog. Why
dogs.
is it okay to kill a
You're
cow but not a
dog.
dog? And all you've said is because cows were created to be eaten.
They're
Like,
cleaner.
did God make them this way?
There hits my criteria. I don't want any animal that eats other animals to be in my system. That's it. Clear. Plain and simple. Rats can eat anything. They're unclean. They're disgusting. Pigs can eat anything. Squirrels, they're
Oh, so you
actually
don't
not
eat
bad.
pork
The only
either.
problem with
Okay.
squirrels is they have a claw. The only problem with the squirrel is they have a claw, and I don't eat anything with a claw. So this is my criteria. You have to understand that there's criteria for these things. You can't just say, this is a dog. What you eat steak, so you kill cows, and they're the same thing. This is not
They
the
are
same thing.
literally, by definition, the same thing. You are setting... Yes, they are. When it comes to sentience and when it comes to intelligence, they are the same. You are making an arbitrary standard saying simply because they eat... Simply because, well, they eat grass, so that makes it okay. That's cool.
Hunter,
You can have your own opinion. Feel how you want about that. But you failed to answer a single one of my questions thus far.
I gave you much
Who
more
the
than
fuck made cows to be eaten? Did God do this?
I'm sure the creator who designed you, the engineer who engineered you and engineered the cow, I'm sure he did engineered the guy that engineered the system of food that you need to intake meat and grass. The guy
Are you
that
talking about God?
Yeah, the engineer.
Wait.
You can call it God. I'll call
Holy
him the
shit, have you read the Bible? Oh my god, dude. This
I'm
is
not a
why I
Bible.
cut you off so much,
I'm
is
a
because it's a
Muslim.
dumpster fuck every time we try to have a
I'm a
conversation.
Muslim.
So in the Bible, Adam and Eve first, in the very beginning, before there was sin, they ate
Sure.
only plants. And it was part of the fall that they started
How do you know?
consuming animals. So the
So
fact that
you
you would
think-
even bring this up as some holier than thou thing because God said so is so fucking delusional. I'm done with
Hunter,
this
how do you know-
conversation. No, you're banned from the chat. I'm done with this
Hunter, stop.
conversation. You make me too angry. And I'm pretty sure that cows are more intelligent than you are. So goodbye. I can't. I just can't do it. I'm not wasting my time with this guy. No. Ban for being insufferable. Holy shit. Oh no, Hunter, don't ban him. He's funny. No, he's banned. I can't do it. He's like, you're not making any sense. Comes on, proceeds to make 0 sense. Jesus, I can't do it. Fuck him. Fuck off. He was kind of funny. No, he wasn't. There's a bipartisan investigation into this. Yeah, hopefully we'll find out more for sure. I mean, obviously, if Fauci was involved in any kind of like animal torture shit, then he should absolutely be held accountable here. I just think it's hilarious that we have people like that dude that's like, the dogs and the cows are different. How? God made the cows to be eaten. That was part of the fall, dude. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you get notified when I drop a new video.